Today I fucked up by letting my husband shoot his shot on me. I'm on mobile at the moment, so I apologize in advance for any formatting issues and all that jazz. That will be funny, soon, maybe. So let's begin our story with an obligatory, this actually happened today. Just a few minutes ago. My husband, let's call him Steven, and I were getting it on like married couples do, and all was well. I had a one-way ticket to Pound Town and it was the ride of my life. We're just about to our destination when Steven takes a detour and stands up. He looks at me and says, "Come here." I know the drill. This is the moment I've been training for. I get on my knees and start doing my thing, or his thing, really. Before I know it, bam. Our destination is right around the corner. Our ride to Pound Town has just about come to a close. The big finale. So Steven looks down at me and gives me the look, lifts my chin up, and I open. Now this is where the FU truly begins. I open up my mouth, of course, but I also decided in the moment that this time, I wasn't just going to close my eyes and stick my tongue out. No, this time, I was going to stare deep into this man's eyes sensually as he shoots his load into my mouth. I mean, that's a thing, right? Eye contact to show mutual appreciation for the awesome sex you are finishing. Well, the real problem was, I wasn't the only one who decided to switch things up. You see, in the same moment I decided to open my eyes and look into Steven's, he had decided that this time he wouldn't just pop that load into my mouth. He was going to let it explode all over my face. I'm sure you see what's happening here. Which is good, because now I can't see shit. I couldn't really measure it, but I'm fairly certain that 70% of Steven's load went straight into my eyes. I proceeded to close them as if I could squeeze my way out of this problem. Unfortunately, there was no unsqueezing what had already been squeezed into these eyeballs. I hopped in the shower, cleaned up, and rinsed my eyes with water, assuming that would be the solution. My eyes felt like they were on fire at this point. I then turned to actual solution. Contact solution, to be exact. Squirted some in each eye and felt my eyes burning from the inside out. Or so I thought. I looked in the mirror to find that I now look higher than every member of the gang on that 70s show put together. For those of you that don't understand the effect of doing the weeds, my eyes are bloodshot. Red are the devil's butthole. I've now used some clear eyes in hopes that the burning, redness, and twitching of my eyes will soon dwindle away. I'm truly afraid to go to sleep and wake up blind. Friends, I just want to say that if you have a Steven in your life, please communicate with him about how and where his loads will be shot. Don't be like me. If you think about being sexy and looking into his eyes while he finishes, I implore you to reconsider. If anyone actually reads this, thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Steven is now sound asleep while I wonder if my eyes will fall out before sunrise. Too long didn't read, decided to open my eyes during sexy time trying to be sensual, and got literal eyefuls of cum that have caused immense pain, redness, and twitching. If I go blind tonight, I'll miss you, Reddit. Edit 1. Added paragraphs. My eyes were burning and I've never written a post this long on Reddit using mobile before, so I didn't realize you could still paragraph. Whatever, you get the point. 2. For you sweet souls asking me how I am, I still have eyes. My eyes still hurt, but not nearly as much as before. According to some comments, I made a mistake in using contact solution, and in using eye drops. What can I say? I'm good at making problems worse than they need to be. 3. I know not everyone who reads this will believe that it's real, and that's okay. I seriously did not expect more than 5 people to ever even come across this post, let alone thousands. Thank you to everyone who has read this regardless of whether you believe it's true or not. I honestly wish it wasn't. I'm glad you took the time to read about my ridiculous mishap anyway. 4. Thank you for every award, every kind comment, and message. I knew Reddit was cool, but holy cow, you guys are amazing and I'm so thankful. You all made my night. Hope you have amazing days/nights and keep cum out of your eyes for all of eternity. Did you forget everything they taught you in 5th grade sex ed? Always wear safety goggles when taking a cum shot to the face. 5th grade was just so long ago. One of the worst parts I didn't mention is that I wear glasses, but took them off to get down and dirty. FU behind the scenes. As an optometrist, I am genuinely curious what this felt like. Did your eyes get red? Irritated? I've never had a patient with this eye problem, nor did I learn about it in school. As an embarrassed 20-something YO, I can tell you that the last place I'm going is my optometrist. My eyes can fall out before I look at someone and tell them I'm here because my husband let one loose in these eyes. To answer your real question, very red, irritated, watering, twitching, all of the things. Literally felt like my eyes were growing and would pop out of their sockets. So if you ever have a patient come in with that description, you'll know what they did. Lol. Love is blind. It will be better tomorrow, I promise you, fellow spermionator. Thank you, friend. Is there a subreddit for people like us? Survivors have come to the eyeballs. He just wanted to show you where he was coming from. Lol. Mission definitely accomplished. Today I fucked up when I didn't beat my wife after she won a football video game against me. /obligatory. This happened 6 years ago. Post notice. / Too long didn't read. Wife pulls off an unbelievable video game upset on me. I yell at her and a tickle fight ensues. Cops come and I have to convince them tickle fight == real fight. It's a random Tuesday evening, and the wife and I have dinner plans to meet up with friends with some time to kill before we have to leave. So we decide to play a game of Madden on PlayStation in our little 1BR apartment with neighbors on both sides and below us. I'm winning towards the end of the game, but she gets a touchdown to put the game within 2. She does an onside kick and recovers it with literally 2 seconds left at the end of the play. I'm starting to sweat that she somehow pulls off some miraculous Hail Mary and wins. She ends up selecting a field goal and I'm feeling relieved. The wind is against her and it's a 60+ yard field goal. For non-football people, the record is 64 yards. She nails it perfectly and wins. I jump off the couch and yell, "Are you kidding me? Are you joking? This is bullsh /t. I'm going to F /king kill you." She's cracking up laughing and I start tickling her. She runs into the bedroom and I yell something like, "You can't hide from me. I'm going to get you." I tickle her maybe 1 to 2 minutes more on our bed as she's cracking up / crying / yelling stop, but totally okay and within our normal boundaries of fun. We stop and she tells me she needs to get ready and starts heading into the bathroom to put on makeup. By this point, maybe 5 to 10 minutes later, I've changed clothes, and am watching some TV when I hear a very loud, confident series of knocks on the door. I open up, and surprise, it's 2 police officers, 1 man and 1 woman. Male cop: "Good evening. Do you know why we are here?" Me: "I think so, and you're never going to believe me, but I can explain." Female cop: "Is there a woman in this apartment? May I speak with her?" Me: "Yes, I am sure my wife will be willing to speak with you. She's in the restroom around the corner getting ready for dinner." Male cop: "What do you think we are here for?" Me: "I think one of my neighbors probably heard me yell at my wife and chase her into the next room as she screamed. In reality, it was a tickle fight after she beat me in a video game." Male cop: "A tickle fight? And what did you yell at her?" Me: "I said I was going to kill her, but it was really a joke, I promise, really. All I did after that was tickle her for a minute or 2. Male cop: "Where did you plan on going to dinner?" Feeling trashy saying this as someone who is suspected of spousal abuse. Me: "Hooters. We are meeting friends at Hooters for wing night." Male cop: "May I take a look around?" Me: "Yes." He searches around, finds a broken vase in our recycle bin and asks about it. About 3 to 4 minutes later, in what felt like an eternity, the female cop comes out and says, "What did you hear?" Male cop: "Tickle fight." Female cop: "Tickle fight." She belts out 1 or 2 chuckles. Me: "Weight of the world off my shoulders." Male cop: "All right, well, thanks for letting us come in and investigate. You know it's just our jobs and we have to take this kind of thing seriously." Me: "Yes, I totally understand and am not mad. Just have to repair a relationship with our neighbors who think I beat my wife now." After they left, my wife told me the cop she spoke with was begging her to admit it, that I was hurting her and she was covering her bruises with makeup. More like, "Hey, you're safe now, we got him, you can tell me the truth." I get why they do this, but thank God my wife was insistent and confident in her speech that I was not in fact beating her. We hadn't met our downstairs neighbors yet at that point, just a friendly wave out the door on the way to work each morning, but met them a few weeks later at a pool party the complex had. After some small talk, I just broke the ice and said, "Hey, just so you know, I think you guys must have called the police on me a few weeks back. I appreciate you called the police. I can understand how from your apartment, you just heard me yell I'm going to kill you." Followed by two people running followed by screaming. Just so you know, it was a tickle fight and nothing else. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Ultimately, you guys did the right thing. I got the feeling they were a little skittish, but overall grateful that I told them that. We remained on friendly terms but lost touch after we moved out of that complex. Too long didn't read. Wife pulls off an unbelievable video game upset on me. I yell at her and a tickle fight ensues. Cops come and I have to convince them tickle fight equals real fight. Edits. 1. I am off to bed now but will try responding more tomorrow. 2. Yes, I know the title of the story raises eyebrows and makes people interested to read more. That's the point of a good title in my opinion, and I've seen this technique used many times on this subreddit. 3. Thanks for all the love. Before this, I think I had gotten 2 awards ever. 4. I am pretty thrilled with Reddit right now. Definitely thought there would be a lot more trolls than there were. 5. Thanks for all the advice on dealing with police. In my opinion, there are times where I think it's time to be a little bit more argumentative with them, and times when it's probably in everyone's best interest to cooperate and diffuse the situation. I think I smartly chose the latter in this case. This occurred in a major urban area in the US, and I think it demonstrates that cops, as a whole, are generally pretty professional and genuinely just interested in making their communities safer. Without wading into politics, yes, I recognize that police reform is required in the US and support many of those efforts too. I had a very similar situation with a twist. My wife and I had already got home from the bar and the loud noise was me falling while grabbing some TP for her while she yelled from the bathroom, no, stay in there, because I was absolutely shithoused and I was already in bed. Cops show up and she answers the door. Twist is that I had run into an old friend that night who I had a falling out with, and I had gotten a little emotional while drunkenly telling my wife about it. So I walk around the corner in just gym shorts like every degenerate I've ever seen on cops with bloodshot eyes and the sniffles, and the cops start asking me if I'm okay and telling me it's okay if I'm not, and they repeatedly ask me if I need help. I'm 6 feet 8 inches 275 pounds and my wife is 5 feet 6 inches. She was mortified. To be honest though, asking that question is a super big step forward. Don't get why other comments are negative, but this was a pretty hilarious read. Glad you didn't get in trouble for this op. Thanks. Yeah, we chuckle about it. Telling our parents about it was funny-ish. The next time someone asks me where I'm going to tell them we're going to Hooters for wing night. More importantly, did you two still meet up with your friends for wings? Ahaha. Yes, we did. That's how I remember this was a Tuesday night, because, at least at the time, that was the all-you-can-eat wing night at our local Hooters. For all the judgmental people there, my wife was the one who introduced me to Hooters after we tried wings at some other place that were terrible. Next time we craved wings, she reminded me she thought Hooters was good, and we went, and it became like a once-a-month kind of thing to do wing night either as a couple or with some friends. Today I fucked up by smacking the shit out of my sleeping girlfriend. This actually happened about 3 years ago. Okay, so that title makes me sound like a huge asshole. Let me give some backstory. My girlfriend B was going to school in a different city from where I lived, so I would go to visit her once a month for a weekend. I would stay at her place and we would have a nice weekend before I had to head back home to work. Well, one night we get ready for bed and we both end up falling asleep. I have my right arm laid across her and everything is fine. Then my subconscious mind does its thing. I'm having a dream that I have died and gone to heaven. I'm standing at the pearly gates and there is a pulpit with a huge book, an inkwell, and a quill. This is some sort of sign-in process before you are allowed to pass through the pearly gates. Well, I pick up the quill and go to sign my name, and nothing gets written on the page. I keep trying to write my name so I can get on with things and it keeps not writing. Needless to say, I was getting quite aggravated and my writing becomes more aggressive. I'm talking big ass letters to fill the whole page and still nothing. I finally get frustrated and smack the book off the pedestal and wake up to my girlfriend yelling at me. Turns out, while I was asleep trying to write in this holy sign-in sheet, my arm was also keeping up with me, waving all over the place across my girlfriend while she was sleeping. When I smacked the book off the pedestal, my arm followed suit and smacked the shit out of my girlfriend's face. I explained to her what was going on in my dream and she just looks at me and dead seriously asks, well, did you dip the quill in the ink? Well, as a matter of fact I hadn't, so that solved my issue and I rolled over and went back to sleep. TL, doctor, fell asleep, couldn't write in a book, smacked dream book and my girlfriend.